Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. It's your girl Chef Suma again to show you one of her favorite dishes ever. Here I am. Look, don't even know where to put the camera, acting a fool. In this part, I cut up some shallot first, and I also cut up some garlic and put some red chili peppers. I would have put red chili on its own, but I couldn't find it in any other stores near me, so I had to just use the red pepper flakes. But it worked exactly the same, which was awesome. So I'm gonna use some soy sauce. So actually, after doing all this, I realized I wasn't supposed to mix all this in with the sauce, but it is what it is because it still ended up being amazing. But that's some oyster sauce, and I'm gonna pour that in too. So ideally, you were supposed to just have the garlic and peppers separate to mix in with the shallot when we put in the shrimp, and the sauce was supposed to be separate. Okay, so in this part, I totally realized how much of an idiot I am because I couldn't get any of the sauce out. Yeah, there is me struggling with my double chin and all of that. But watch, I'm gonna figure it out because your girl don't go to Harvard for no damn reason. I got one of my chopsticks and was like, all right, we're gonna get this sauce out. So we're gonna put about that's my happy dance, 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. Yeah, spilling everywhere. But we finally get all that sauce out. And that's what it looks like. Watch, I'm gonna spill some. Yep. A whole mess and a half. But once I'm done mixing all that in, I'm gonna add in some honey. Now you can also use a little bit of sugar, but honey works good as well. I just didn't want to use the sugar and wanted a little healthier motive in the sweetness. But yeah, just a tablespoon of that. And then I'm gonna do a dash of black pepper as well. And then once it's all mixed, this is what it looks like. It actually smelled pretty good. So instead of the oyster sauce, you can also use, instead of the soy sauce, you can actually use fish oil. But I didn't have fish oil, so I used that. So I had already cleaned up the shrimp, and I usually like to let it soak in a little bit of lime all the time, no matter what type of dish I'm doing. I just like to do that to get rid of that fishy smell. I just can't stand it, so I always sprinkle some lime over my fish. So that's what I'm doing right there. And then in a pan, I'm gonna start melting some butter to actually make the shrimp in that butter. It's always so much better in butter rather than oil. So in that butter, I'm gonna now add in the shallot first. So there I am adding in the shallot, and this is actually when I do realize that I was supposed to have garlic and the red pepper separate, but you'll see I'm gonna add in those things again separately. So right now, just the shallot, and that's what it all looks like. So I'm adding in the minced garlic. And now I'll be adding in some more red pepper flakes. And again, I really wish I had just the red chili peppers, but I literally could not find them anywhere. So I had to do that. So now we will add in all the shrimp and let that cook, which you all know cooks super quickly. But yeah, I got those all in the pan, and then in like a minute or two, I start to flip them over, and then they're all nice and pink, and that is what they look like. So that's before I flip them, and that's what they look like once they were all flipped. And so now what I'm gonna do is add 2 eggs directly into the pan so we can scramble them up. Love, love, love. Yo, my double chin is on some wild shit, but it is what it is. Worst angle ever. Okay, so next video, hopefully I have like a tripod or something because these angles are just ridiculous. But here I am scrambling up them eggs in that same pan, and now you'll see what they look like So here's the eggs all done, shrimps all done. So now the best thing to add to these fried rice dishes is some like day old rice. So I had some day old basmati rice. Jasmine rice would have been awesome for this dish, which you really want to use, but I had some old basmati rice, which worked just as awesome. So added in all that rice and started mixing it in with those eggs and the shrimp. And then I'm gonna add in some of my vegetables. So the first thing I add in is some green peppers, then some red peppers. I also added in another pepper, which I don't even know what that one's called, but I really like spicy stuff, so I added in one more pepper, and then a little bit of scallion as well. You can also put in some other vegetables if you'd like, but that's all I wanted in mine. And this is what it looks like once it's mixed in with all the veggies. Super colorful. Love, love, love. And now it's time to add in our main ingredient. Actually, no. Well, I fast forwarded too fast. No. Now we added in that sauce that I had created. So you add in the sauce. Yeah, after the sauce, you'll be adding in the main ingredient. So just hold up. So we mix in all the sauce, and at this point I was already salivating. Like, your girl was fasting. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need this in and around my mouth. But this is what it looks like once all the sauce, like, look how great it already looks, and I didn't even add in the main thing yet. So yeah, super amazing. And now we're gonna add in the basil. So I washed up the basil, took the leaves apart, and mixed it into the pot. And this is what it looks like once all the basil's in there. And then I let it cook a little more for the final product. And guys, this tasted amazing. I'm so impressed with myself to be able to recreate one of my favorite dishes. I served it with some cucumbers and some lime on the side, and it was amazing. I hope you guys enjoy this.